in John's day, there were those who were teaching that sin wasn't real, or that if it is real, we who are Christians, we don't sin. So it's possible to take sin too lightly by saying, I don't sin, or my sin's not important, or I won't confess or own up to my sin because I don't want to have that experience of coming to grips with who I am, what I'm all about. John says, when we do this, we're lying to ourselves. We're even lying to God and making Him out to be a liar. I like what the message says here, that this is nonsense. If we say we don't sin, we're committing nonsense. And I know people from time to time who say, I don't sin. It kind of reminds me of The Princess Bride. When Inigo Montoya is looking out across the sea, and the black pirate Roberts is catching up to them. And he's got the fastest ship, he thinks, in the whole ocean. And this guy's catching up. And so Inigo says, does he have the same wind that we have? Okay. And I wonder when people say, I don't sin, or my sin's not very significant, do they have the same Holy Spirit I have? Let me tell you what my experience has been. First of all, as you know in my testimony, I believe I'm the worst sinner ever lived. The greatest one. And I know, by the way, I still have sin. And my experience as a believer through the years is that the Holy Spirit has beat me with a stick because of my sin. Sometimes it's very present with me. And when I have failed and when I have sinned, I feel extremely guilty about it. And I sometimes despair because I wonder if I could ever be a better person. And I wonder sometimes if people have the same Holy Spirit I do. I know believers. They give the testimony of being a believer. They're in church and they walk around as if that they are perfect. And they leave behind them a trail of broken bodies. People that they have affected and hurt by their sin. And I wonder, isn't the Holy Spirit beating them? Well, I think that He is, but I think that we get so enamored, we fall in love with ourselves to that point that we convince ourselves that we have reached perfection. Or maybe we've sinned so often that we become jaded and calloused, and we don't actually see it anymore, even though everybody else sees it. And those people who not yet have come to believe in Jesus, they treat sin very, very lightly. We live in a time when people do not want to confess or believe or think that there's anything wrong with them. They're perfect. And John says when you talk like that, you're lying to yourself and you're spouting nonsense. And you're even making a lie out of God. God, who His Word said, there's no one who is righteous, no, not a single one.